Hello, YouTube. My name is TKJ, and as usual, I hope y'all are happy, healthy, and doing well. Welcome to part B of our recap of the main event for UFC 321. I think there are lots of things to learn from just the short amount of competition we saw. It's a great opportunity. Before we move forward, we need to set the stage here. We need to make sure we're on the same page. Now, most people on the planet, as a matter of fact, it's about 85% are right handed people, meaning wherever you go, MMA, boxing, wherever you're at, your coaches and teachers are most likely always going to teach you the how to fight out of the orthodox stance, which is a right-handed stance, meaning your left foot and left hand is forward, right foot back, right hand back. You can think of these as your speed and your power. Now, I'm a big proponent of not having such a wide stance. I believe that limits mobility. Also, we should always keep our chin down to our chest, kind of looking through our eyelids out the top of our eyes. This will also help protect ourselves. So, I need you, the viewer, to also think of yourself as in the orthodox stance. Little life hack for you. If you happen to be a southpaw, a lefty like myself, I would encourage you to do all the drills, take all the techniques, the teaching from your coaches, your teachers, in the manner in which they teach you, which will be orthodox, more than likely. And when you get home that evening from class and it's all still fresh in your head, you will practice and drill what you have learned in your southpaw stance. Another quick aside, if you do happen to be a southpaw fighter, always start in orthodox. Therefore, when you switch, it will really throw your opponent off. Again, only 15% of us on the planet, it's very different to fight a southpaw fighter. So let's move on to my observations. And all of these observations are from Tom Aspinal and the mistakes he made. And these things are fairly simple to fix. I'm talking about head movement, footwork, and ring IQ. We'll start with the head movement. What has Tom done in his entire UFC career? Something that always makes me cringe. He does number one bad thing. This is a big rookie mistake. To avoid straight shots, he will not only back up in a linear line, moving straight backwards, but he will lean back with his chin up, trying to avoid the punch. Now, maybe that works sometimes, but I don't know. When your opponent has a 3-inch arm reach on you, maybe not the best idea. So let me turn to the side so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. If my opponent is striking and I'm backing up, or whatever the case may be, maybe I'm even up against the fence. If I lean back with all my body weight and my chin is up, I'm stuck here. I have no mobility, nowhere to go. In order for me to move or gain my mobility back, I need to reset so I can use my feet again or even my head movement. So, this is a rookie mistake. And honestly, it's hard for me to believe that someone reaches the pinnacle, the top of the sport, with these fundamental mistakes. So, okay, well, how do we counter that? How do we not lean our head back and get stuck in this unmobile position? Well, we have to learn as combat athletes to stay at close range to fight in the phone booth, so to speak. So, what's the best counter for that? Let's go off the straight right hand. I'm in my stance, my opponent's in his stance, and again, if he is throwing a right hand and I just lean back, wrong. Bad move. Rookie mistake. What I want to do instead is stay in the pocket with him. Let him throw these shots. And here is the key. It's commitment. We want our opponent to commit to whatever he's doing. So the way I do that is I'm here, I'm studying my opponent, I'm reading. If I see his hand move, his right hand move back, or his right shoulder move forward, and I move immediately, well, my opponent's just not going to throw that strike. He's going to adjust, reset, whatever. So what I really need to do is get my opponent to commit to said right hand. How do I do that? I stay in the pocket. I got my chin down. I'm watching him. I let him throw that strike. I recognize that right hand is coming, and I let him do it. I want my opponent to get to about 70% to his target, meaning I don't want to move as soon as he moves, but I want him to be committed to the shot, 70%. So I guess you could call it something like it's pretty close to making contact. Again, 70%. Now he's committed. What do? Well, I don't need to make a big exaggerated move. I don't need to bob and weave. I don't need to move my feet. I don't even really need to go lateral. The only thing I really need to do is get my head off that center line. And that takes just 1 or 2 inches to the left or the right. In this case, I'm going to go to the right. It's going to be very simple for me to do this. My opponent throws the right hand. I let him commit. He's 70% in. Now, all I need to do is 2 inches to my right. I just need to move my head. And I could even throw the shoulder in front of my chin, little Philly shell there. Biggest point being, once the opponent has committed to that strike, I'm already cocked and loaded. I'm out of the way. I've avoided the damage. And now, bam! There's the counter. He's down. I have made the opponent commit. So, head movement is essential. And if our head movement consists of just leaning back and sticking our chin up, that's bad. I've actually been knocked out like that in competition. Not a good thing. Rookie mistake. Now, let's move on to ring IQ and footwork, which we'll kind of put these together just to condense and not be here for so long. Let me start by saying this. One of Tom's biggest mistake, which makes me question his ring IQ, is that Tom was always following Cyril Gane with his jab. Always following him. So, no matter what, if he went to throw that right hand, it would have to cross his body, and Cyril Gane was out of range. Cyril Gane, his footwork, ring IQ, very good. So, Tom was just content, again, big rookie mistake, to follow his opponent around the ring. And therefore, he could never really get that right hand off. How do we combat this? Very simple. We just need to adjust and move with our opponent. Now, to give Cyril Gane his credit, very smart, great ring IQ. He knew that in order for him to evade the big right hand coming, because he knew it was coming after that jab, Tom's got an impeccable, a beautiful 1-2 combination. That would be straight jab and then right hand. That's what we call the 1-2. He knew that if he, say, moved to his left, well, he would just be moving right into Tom's right hand. So, very smartly, he always evaded to his right, making sure that he was not within that power range. I'd rather take a jab any day than a straight right hand. So, how do we combat this? Well, we have to use our footwork and our ring IQ. If I am jabbing and I notice, well, my opponent, he's not a dummy. He's not moving to his left into my right hand. He's moving away from my right hand, cutting it off. So now I have to adjust. And what I'm going to do to adjust is I'm actually going to just change my angle slightly. And instead of following him, I'm going to be opposite him. And as opposed to following him with this left hand, this jab hand, now I'm going to use it to put my opponent where I want him. I'm going to make this slight adjustment. I'm still going to paw out with this jab, this measuring stick. But now I'm going to use this left hand to corral. You see what I'm doing here? I'm taking slight steps and I'm trying to corral him. Now, this is also an excellent time to throw a lead left. If you'd like to, throw a lead left hook, keep going with your jab. But again, now I've shifted my angle a little bit and I'm following this guy. I want my shoulder to be on his shoulder, basically. So it kind of looks like I'm losing this footwork battle, this battle inside the ring. But what I'm actually doing is I want to place my opponent where I want him. So now I've adjusted. I'm throwing this left. I'm moving with him. I can even throw this lead left hook to try to get him where I want, which is right back into this right hand. So instead of following him, boom, 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 oh, I can't hit you. No, no, no. Again, we want to corral. Boom, boom. Now he starts to move. Okay, let me make this slight adjustment and walk with you, follow you, follow you. Try to get that left hand to push you back into my right. I'm going to cut that ring off. Okay, once I do that, boom, 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 I get my opponent moving right back here. Boom, boom. Now he's moving to his left, directly into my power. Boom, boom, bang. That's it. It's a very simple version. We could go all night long, all day long, talking about this, but I really think those are three key things to highlight, three big mistakes. And if I'm quite honest, they are fundamental rookie mistakes. Tom Aspinal has been making these mistakes for quite some time. Again, I'm a little surprised that he has made it this far, but in my estimation, he's still probably the best fighter in the heavyweight division. So we'll see how he adjusts. We'll see how he comes back. Somebody, for the love of all that is holy, share this video with Tom Aspinall and his people. They really need to see this and get to work on this stuff. Guaranteed, he makes these three slight adjustments, fix that head movement, get that head off the center line, make his opponent commit to his strikes, and then use his footwork to apply ring generalship, to apply his ring IQ. We always want our opponent to be where we want them. We don't want to be reacting to our opponent. We want to make him react to us. We want to impose our will. So there you have it. I think that's a brief yet good explanation of the three observations I had. So I guess we can go ahead and wrap this one up now. If you have made it thus far, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. It is greatly appreciated. If you have any questions or comments, good, bad, or different, you go ahead and drop them down below in the comments section. We will discuss. All right. I think we can wrap a bow on this one. Be good. Be safe. Boom.